Cat Stevens, the very best of Cat Stevens. I enjoyed Cat Stevens' 2023 Glastonbury Sunday Legends set much more than I expected. I have always greatly admired his songwriting, but I was never a fan of the stripped down folky singer-songwriter sitting cross-legged on the floor thing. But he does have a voice that is absolutely suited to sparse productions. Big but not booming, slightly rough but not gruff, distinctive but not so much so as to become tiresome. A Cat Stevens track could sound complete with just a voice and guitar, and he was always tuneful, even when he had moved away from the big melodies in favour of memorable and meaningful lyrics. He rarely resorts to simple strum patterns, but uses complex rhythms which match well with the simple percussion. I have been a bit put off by his more serious attitude since he returned to music as Yusef, or Yusef Cat Stevens. I once heard him in an interview saying that should he ever start playing again, maybe it would only be on the piano, as the guitar was a bit too unbecoming. But watching Glastonbury from the comfort of my Wycombe terraced house, I found the whole set to be very uplifting, and he seemed to be enjoying playing the guitar. He played standing up, though his footwear looked very comfortable. He had a big band and a backdrop of memories. He played the great 70s songs like Wild World and the hippie anthems that contributed to my wokeness, like Peace Train and Let the Children Play. He played songs I have never much liked, like Morning Has Broken and Moonshadow, and Father and Son, which I find too sad to listen to, both as a father and a son. And he played songs I have forgotten, like Remember the Days of the Old School Yard. But there was one song I hoped to hear but expected not to. One of my favourite songs from the 60s, Matthew and Son. Matthew and Son is the opposite of the 70s subtle sparseness. It is loud and brash with an irresistible melody and a unique lyric. As a child, I always imagined Matthew and Son to be like Department S, staffed by Emma Peels and John Steeds, or those characters that inspired Austin Powers. Listen to it now, it sounds more like a sweatshop. And it must not be forgotten that the man named Cat started it all with a dog lover's anthem. I love my dog as much as I love you. Cat Stevens, the very best of.